Autimatic is the IV player for Cloud9. Often plays around this position. Obviously he moves a little bit, but often he's here. He gets given the AWP a couple of times. You see here, sometimes he throws a smoke at the beginning. It's always not a bad option. And IV really is an extremely important place to lock down. If you look at the A site, you have obviously these two entrances here, and the third entrance is here. If you're locking down spots like Tarek and Rush, you can kind of watch these two entrances, but if someone's coming out IV, you're really in a world of hurt, because obviously it's kind of like you got to look at a whole 180 degrees, which is obviously a lot harder to aim with. So autimatic isn't afraid to re-peek this dry. Obviously he uses utility as well to re-peek it. We'll have a look at this later, but if I fast forward this, see how this smoke disappears. He's in this 4v4 and decides, I want to check this out. If I can clear out Ivy, this is a huge advantage to the team. As I say, they only have to worry about these two entrances. Makes locking down the A side a lot more easier, a lot more angles. The T side have to check all these different angles around the train or whatever. And all these different angles that the CT side can play without any fear of anyone coming behind, and it just gives the player a lot more confidence and a lot more they can really do with these positions. Admittedly, his teammates do end up going down, even though the confidence they could have had. They know automatic's on the flank, but his flank still wins him the round. You see he's able to come out here. He gets the first kill obviously before and a second kill here, and this round ends up getting mopped up by his teammate, and they finish off in the 2v1. Flank obviously helped a lot, but hopefully I explained well the importance of locking down this IV positioning and the confidence it can give your teammates. Now obviously the aggression doesn't have to be a full out flank like we saw in that last clip. Just quickly I'll point out the fact that he looks towards A main, not straight out towards IV, because there's no point, no one can be here in time, whereas someone could potentially try and jump fast out A main or T main and catch him off guard. So you'll see here he re-peeks again after this flash comes in. It's a good flash, definitely covers off the angle. See wide peaks, the confidence, and he knows he needs this angle locked down. Again, he switches off to another angle now. This is just pretty standard AWPing of a single angle. And he knows he wants you still. He knows he's over there and he thinks he can trap him. So again, we'll see some kind of aggression. Pushing up like this, the smoke hits him, might have given him away. But pushing up like this, you avoid a lot of the flashes. On the nades, you see he actually bypasses all the utility, but ends up getting stuck there just because he missed the shot simply. So again with the AWP, Automatic's going to push up. This time he doesn't check A main, so he wants to get as far up as possible. And this more aggressive angle here can be quite good just for getting these opening picks. You see when he locks himself in here, it's just a slightly different angle than what T's are maybe expecting, which is the one further back. You'll see here, even with Stan jiggling it, he's still able to get him. Importantly, he always has a smoke here just to allow himself to escape. That's just another alternative angle that you'll see a lot of AWPers play towards Ivy. So this round here, we'll see something pretty similar. Automatic pushes up again, but this time we'll just see his readjustment towards the middle area. With this confidence that no one's coming at Ivy, or in this situation possibly just a guess or an estimation, he gets to call a lot of players are at A main. They'll just lock down this area here, and this particular angle is very difficult, because I mean, where are the T's going to go? They have to cross this angle to plant the bomb, and if you can just lock this down like this, it's going to be very difficult. Obviously they could have a lurker come at Ivy, but Autimatic is, I don't know if confident, but he's willing to take the risk. See, eventually when they end up crossing, he gets that first pick there of the guy coming at Ivy, I think it was. And then he's locking down another angle. You'll see here quite smartly, this isn't really much to do with Ivy, but he knows they're not going to give him another opportunity. Tarek thinks he's nuts, but he repositions, and I mean that's just a good read here. I mean they weren't going to present him something at A, so he takes the risk that they were going towards B, and it pays off for him quite well, but that really doesn't have anything to do with Ivy. Ivy doesn't always have to necessarily play from where you maybe think Ivy is being played from, which is this kind of area. You'll see smoked off earlier as before, but you can go for some pretty nice setups towards A, which is what I'm really going to be concentrating on for the rest of this video. So on top of green train is obviously a great angle for locking down Ivy. It's really a good angle in general. I mean not a good angle, but a good spot. You can reposition yourself to open yourself up to different angles. Obviously you're quite exposed up here, depending on how you position yourself, but you see Automatic sits himself far enough forward on the train where he can just reposition here. Obviously, he has his teammate under here, the form of Skadoodle watching it. Green train is very good for peeking on different angles as a secondary point of contact, because they have the 4 players here. He can peek back around here towards Ivy and really be the second point of contact after Skadoodle. He's able to just reposition himself, confident because of the pistols. And yeah, these are just some of the decent site lockdowns you can see on the A. You can see they had the 4-man set up on the A site there. All just covering each other, playing around the trains, playing possibly very awkward angles. A bit of an off angle, especially against these deagles. So with this green train position, there are so many options. Say you have a player at E-box watching Pop Dog area, and you have another teammate maybe sitting down here, in a clip I'm thinking about, I'm not going to show it just for the sense of hard time, locking down this angle here. And then say they do drop this ton of smoke or something, if you sit at this front left corner like this, you can see the bot, you can still see him quite easily. The smoke's a little bit shallow, you can definitely still see him. And even though you're fully exposed off this angle here, if you've got a teammate watching this alleyway off towards the Olov spot, and no one can really come out here because your teammate E-box, This can be quite a powerful little angle here up high where you can really get any information you need of anyone coming at Ivy. The Cloud9 have this ability to go to these really on-site setups. Obviously that's a good pick there from Automatic, just shooting as the flash goes off. You'll see here as he repositions, they actually go pretty deep onto the site with no one really super close to Ivy. You see he ends up at the back bunker, and you see, once I reposition this here, you'll have a look at the team's positioning. As we go through this, you see Tarek's got anyone coming out Pop Dob, Skedoodle's got a main, along with Rush down this closer side in case it's too quick for Skedoodle if they do jump out really quickly. Then Automatic's actually playing all the way here on the back of the red train, and he's just looking towards Ivy like this. And this is something they actually do relatively regularly. So I keep this playing now. You see no one really comes out Ivy, but you see how this works out for him. You see when Rush goes down the side, his teammates start going down, but he's able to reposition. And he's in a really good spot to trade a lot of players off once they work out no one's coming out Ivy, or if he needs to trade, if he does. Obviously his teammates all go down really quickly. He gets a 3k because no one else is able to get an opening kill. But you just see how these setups kind of work. This round here is something similar. You see he's looking towards Ivy from the red train position. Rush is here watching the right hand side. Tarek flashes himself in to try and get Pop Dog control, and when he dies this forces Automatic off. Obviously, what is it? Ivy's off in this situation, there was no one watching it. You see he positions himself back here at the back of red train, the exact same spot we've seen before. This is a good smoke here, this is really good movement by Rush. You'll see he catches anyone flanking, he's able to flank around. You see Automatic's reaction is just to sit here and wait for some kind of contact. He obviously knows Rush is making a play, and you'll see he's not overly aggressive with his peek, he's just waiting for him to come out Ivy. And yeah, that would have been this round. Nothing really complicated. Rush did a really good job in this round, but you see Automatic, he's not really moving that much. He just sits here in this red spot, good position to trade, and that's exactly what he does here. He waits for Rush to take the contact, then he's taking his pick, and in this situation, it's just getting someone through a smoke. So back towards the other position, it's never a bad idea, just every now and then to chuck in an all-out aggressive push, something to maybe catch enemy off guard. You see Automatic just uses one simple flash, and he has your silo pins here. They both throw their nades at the same time, but obviously has the advantage of the gun in this situation. One thing I noticed is Automatic does do this normally in pistol rounds or force buys. I don't know if this is just a confidence thing. Obviously pushing Ivy like this is a mental game. If you're doing this every now and then, it makes other team just guess the T side. Keep on their toes whether you're going to push towards Ivy and get all this likes to do it on a force buy rounds from what I can tell. But really it's up to you when you want to push the all-important pistol round. So you'll see here, Automatic, same as with the AWP, he often checks towards A main to start off with, anyone rushing out fast, then he sits and watches this pixel angle. And he actually plays pistol rounds relatively passive. Obviously it can be quite scary if you've got 3 or 4 players rushing at you down this small corridor with their Glocks out. See here, he's just checking these angles and he ends up falling back to this more passive position after some time passes. Him and Rush are really the only ones here at A in this particular round. You'll see as they push on, he's in this position to deal with them. He misses a few shots, he does hit that one, and then you'll see Rush is here. But again, they end up losing the trades. Other parts of the map, they get the kill. You can see this is just this more passive way. He often falls this way towards around the map. Yep. So you'll normally just, if he sees anyone here, he just falls back this way. This is how he plays the pistol, allowing them onto the A site, and his team often readjusts accordingly. That's it for Automatic and Ivy. I'm still doing that AMA, guys. This is probably your last chance to ask any questions if you want. Down in the comments. If you're not subscribed already, make sure to, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.